What if the greatest obstacle you face isn't out in the world, but lives right inside your own head? That constant mental chatter, the repetitive worries, the feeling that your own mind has become a cage you can't escape from. It's a universal human experience, this internal turbulence. But what if you could not only quiet the storm, but learn to sail through it with purpose and grace? This isn't about achieving a state of blissful ignorance. It's about developing the profound skill of mental governance, of becoming the captain of your own soul. You've likely experienced this, that pressure behind your forehead that builds throughout the day, the thoughts that loop endlessly in the dead of night, the sense that your inner world has turned against you, becoming a hostile territory you're forced to inhabit. This burden, this weight of uncontrolled thought, is perhaps the most shared yet isolating human experience. Some conceal it better than others behind a smile or a busy schedule, but nobody is truly immune. The Stoic philosophers, those practical sages of ancient Rome and Greece, recognized this fundamental truth ages ago. They understood that the external world is unpredictable and often beyond our control, but the inner landscape of our mind, that is the true field of battle and the ultimate source of victory. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who spent years on military campaigns facing external enemies, reflected in his private writings, his meditations, that our true power lies not in commanding legions, but in governing our own minds. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the foundational axiom. Recognize that your thoughts are not you, and that you have agency over them, and you unlock a reservoir of resilience you never knew you possessed. But this resilience, this mental fortitude, doesn't appear overnight like a lightning bolt of inspiration. It's not a destination you arrive at, but a muscle you build. It accumulates gradually, imperceptibly at first. Breath by conscious breath. Decision by deliberate decision. Moment by chosen moment. It's in the split second you choose not to follow a catastrophic thought down its rabbit hole. It's in the conscious effort to focus on your breath when anxiety whispers, until one morning you awaken and understand with a quiet certainty that your thoughts no longer command you. You command them. You are no longer a passenger in the vehicle of your own consciousness. You are the driver. Today, we will embark on a comprehensive journey. I will guide you through 8 powerful methods, 8 practical and deeply rooted Stoic approaches to systematically liberate your mind from poisonous thinking and restore your concentration and inner peace. These aren't abstract, theoretical concepts designed to sound intellectually impressive. They are working principles, a mental toolkit forged in the fires of real human struggle and meant for one thing only, to transform you from the inside out. So, wherever you are, whatever weight you're carrying, I invite you to do this with me. Take one deep, intentional breath, feel the air fill your lungs, and then release. Release the tension in your shoulders. Release the tightness in your jaw. Release whatever you're holding, just for these next moments. Let these ideas meet you exactly where you are right now, not where you think you should be. This is your starting point. And from here, we begin. Method 1, the art of non-engagement. Cease debating your mental noise. The first and perhaps most crucial method is to learn the art of non-engagement. Most of what we label as toxic thinking isn't some profound truth or an accurate assessment of reality. It consists largely of psychological echoes, old anxieties rehearsing their greatest hits, past injuries replaying their trauma, previous criticisms and judgments that keep repeating on a worn-out loop. They are like spam emails from your own past, cluttering your mental inbox. But here is the core Stoic realization, a simple yet radical idea. Not every mental occurrence deserves your engagement. Not every thought that passes through your mind is an invitation to a debate. The thinker is not the same as the thought. Epictetus, the slave who became a great teacher, laid this out with stunning clarity. He taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it and your reaction, your power, begins precisely with what you choose to focus upon, to entertain, and to believe. You do not conquer harmful, intrusive thoughts by wrestling with them in the mud. In fact, wrestling with them is exactly what they want. It gives them energy, substance, a sense of importance. Think of it like struggling in quicksand. The more you fight, the deeper you sink. The true strategy, the Stoic strategy, is to drain their power by simply declining to nourish them. You stop the struggle. You acknowledge their presence, and then you consciously withdraw your attention. Let's use a powerful metaphor. Picture your consciousness as a peaceful, well-appointed home. You are the homeowner. Every thought, every feeling, every memory that arises is a visitor knocking at your door. Some visitors are welcome. They are kind, constructive, and peaceful. They enter respectfully, adding value to your home. But other visitors are loud, aggressive, and destructive. They are fear, resentment, jealousy, and anxiety. They don't knock. They burst in noisily, demanding your immediate attention, trashing the place and shouting doom. Now, here is the critical shift in perspective. Your primary responsibility as the homeowner is not to engage in a screaming match with every unruly visitor. You don't have to debate the merits of their negativity. You don't have to offer them a chair and a cup of tea and hear them out. Your responsibility, your power, is to calmly and firmly determine who is allowed to stay. You can look at the visitor named anxiety and say, "I see you. I acknowledge your presence, but you are not welcome here today." And then you gently, firmly guide them to the door. This is not suppression, it is conscious curation. It is the application of your sovereign will to your own mental space. The practical application of this is mindfulness in its purest form. When a toxic thought arises, "I'm going to fail, they don't like me, I can't handle this," you simply notice it. You label it, there is the thought of failure. You see it for what it is. A string of words and images generated by your brain, often based on outdated data. You acknowledge it without judgment, and then, crucially, you return your focus to your breath, to the physical sensation of your feet on the floor, to the task in front of you. You change the channel. Every time you do this, you are strengthening the neural pathways of the homeowner and weakening the pathways of the chaotic visitor. You are, quite literally, rewiring your brain for peace. Method 2, the observer's stance. Label the thought without becoming it. Building directly on the first method is the second, which is one of the most profound psychological skills you can ever develop. The separation of your core identity from your transient mental activity. This is the essence of the observer's stance. The fundamental realization is this: I am not my thoughts. I am not my emotions. I am the awareness, the consciousness, the space in which these thoughts and emotions arise and pass away. This is a subtle but monumental shift. Most of us are in a state of constant identification. When a feeling of sadness arises, we declare, "I am sad." We become the sadness. It colors our entire world. When anxiety bubbles up, we state, "I am an anxious person." We wear it as an identity. This fusion is what gives these states their destructive power. You are not a cloud. You are the sky. The clouds, your thoughts and feelings, drift through, some light and fluffy, some dark and stormy, but the sky itself remains vast, unchanging, and untouched. The Stoics didn't have our modern psychological language, but they practiced this principle relentlessly. They called it the inner citadel, a fortress of the self that could remain undisturbed by the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, both external and internal. To build this citadel, we must practice linguistic and cognitive separation. Here's how it works in practice. When a wave of anxiety arises in your chest, instead of declaring to yourself, "I am anxiety," you consciously state, "I am experiencing anxiety." Or even more detached, "I notice a sensation of anxiety in my body." This creates immediate psychological distance. You are no longer the emotion, you are the one observing the emotion. You are the scientist, and the feeling is the data. When you feel overwhelmed by a task or a situation, don't say, "I am drowning." This language creates a reality of helplessness. Instead, say, "A wave of overwhelm is passing through me." This frames it as a temporary, transient state, not a permanent condition. It's a weather pattern in your mind, not the climate of your soul. The moment you name the mental pattern accurately, "This is catastrophizing," "This is my inner critic," "This is old shame resurfacing," you create space, and in that space, freedom is born. Freedom to choose your response. Most emotional pain intensifies because we fuse with it, we marinate in it. Most fear expands to monstrous proportions because we identify with it completely, believing it to be the ultimate truth. But when you can step back and witness your mental activity with tranquil, non-judgmental curiosity, its influence begins to dissolve. It loses its grip. You see it as a process happening within you, not as the definition of you. This takes practice. It's a muscle. Start small. The next time you feel a flicker of irritation in a traffic jam, instead of becoming the irritation, try saying to yourself, "I am noticing the feeling of irritation." This simple act of reframing transforms you from a victim of your emotions to a curious observer of them. It is the beginning of true self-mastery. Method 3. The circuit breaker. Disrupt the pattern with a single physical action. The third method addresses a specific and common failure mode of the mind, the loop of rumination. Rumination is not productive problem-solving. It is the mental equivalent of a hamster on a wheel, a lot of frantic activity, but no forward movement. It's the mind chewing on a problem without ever digesting it, and this state flourishes in a specific kind of environment: stagnation. Not the peaceful stillness of meditation, but the paralyzed, frozen stillness of inaction. It's the state where your body is passive, sitting or lying down, while your mind is sprinting in frantic, terrified circles, replaying a conversation, anticipating a disaster, or obsessing over a mistake. Here's a physiological and psychological reality that many people completely overlook. Your physical state and your mental state are not separate. They are in a constant, intimate dialogue. Your mind moves your body, yes, but just as powerfully, your body can move your mind. This is the secret of the circuit breaker. When you are trapped in a mental loop, you don't try to think your way out of it. You act your way out of it. You change your physical state, and your mind is forced to follow. The Roman Stoic Seneca, a man who faced immense political pressure and personal tragedy, observed this brilliantly. He wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. When you are ruminating, you are suffering in your imagination. You are living in a projected future of fear or a relived past of pain." The most direct, way to escape this imaginary world is to return bodily to the tangible, physical, undeniable reality of the present moment. This is where you deploy a simple, predetermined physical action. The key is that it must be simple and immediate. You are not trying to solve the problem. The rumination is all about. You are trying to break the obsessive thinking pattern itself. Your personal circuit breaker could be any of these. Go for a 5-minute walk, preferably outside, and pay attention to your senses, the feel of the air, the sight of the trees, the sounds around you. Splash cold water on your face. The shock of the cold is a powerful physiological reset button. Tidy one shelf, one drawer, or wash a few dishes. The act of creating external order can often instill a sense of internal order. Do 10 push-ups or stretch for 2 minutes. This directs your energy and focus into your body. Step outside your front door and take 10 deep breaths of fresh air. The goal is not a grand, permanent solution to whatever you're worrying about. The goal is simply to interrupt the toxic loop. It's like hitting the reset button on a frozen computer. Physical movement, however minor, pulls you out of the abstract, nebulous world of your imagination and plants your feet firmly back in the concrete, sensory world of reality. It reminds your mind, through direct experience, that it is not the sole ruler of your universe. The body has a vote. And often, after the circuit has been broken, when you return to the problem, you find it has lost its urgency, its sharp edges softened by the simple act of having stepped away. Method 4. The gatekeeper's duty. Curate your attention as carefully as you choose your companions. Your attention is not just a casual faculty, it is the most precious and valuable resource you possess in the high-most century. It is the very substance of your lived experience. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Yet, in a world of endless notifications, curated social media feeds, high-hour news cycles, and constant demands, most people squander this resource recklessly. They leave the gate to their mind wide open, allowing any and all influences to wander in and set up camp. Other people's dramas, a relentless stream of pessimistic content, the soul-crushing trap of social comparison, and a cacophony of meaningless digital noise. But what you consistently attend to, what you feed your mind, becomes the filter through which you perceive everything else. It shapes your reality. If you constantly consume news about violence and corruption, you will start to believe the world is primarily a violent and corrupt place. If you constantly scroll through social media feeds of people's highlight reels, you will start to believe your own life is inadequate and dull. Your mind, in a very real sense, becomes what it consumes. Marcus Aurelius understood this principle deeply. He stated, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. And the quality of your thoughts depends upon the quality of the information you allow into your mind. Your thoughts are not formed in a vacuum. They are shaped by your inputs. Therefore, the path to a better inner life is to become a ruthless, discerning gatekeeper for your own mind. This requires conscious, sometimes difficult, action. It means conducting a rigorous audit of your information diet. Unfollow social media accounts, even those of friends or family, that consistently leave you feeling depleted, envious, or angry. Your mental peace is more important than political posturing or social obligation. End conversations, both in person and online, that you know are circular, gossipy, or designed only to vent negativity without seeking a solution. You can politely excuse yourself. You are not a dumping ground for other people's emotional waste. Limit your time with individuals who are perpetual victims who create storms of drama and then blame you for the rain. Their energy is contagious, and it is a disease of the spirit. Curate your environment. What you see on your walls, what you listen to in your car, what you watch before bed, all of it seeps into your subconscious and forms the backdrop of your thinking. You cannot hope to eliminate toxic thinking if you are continuously feeding your mind a diet of toxic information. It is a direct contradiction. Guarding your attention is not an act of selfishness or hiding from the world. It is an act of profound self-respect and sanity. It is the gatekeeper's duty. Protect your attention as if your mental well-being, your very soul, depends on it, because it truly does. A fortified mind, fed on wisdom, beauty, and truth, is immune to the petty chaos of the external world. Method 5. The anchor of now. Return to the immediate moment when your mind wanders. The fifth method is the practical application of a profound spiritual truth that the Stoics, alongside many other wisdom traditions, emphasized: the power of the present moment. Overthinking, by its very nature, cannot exist in the present. It exclusively inhabits two phantom territories, the unchangeable past and the imaginary future. It dwells on what you should have said yesterday or what might go wrong tomorrow. But serenity, clarity, and power exist only in one place, right here, in the immediate, undeniable present. The Stoics called this the practice of present moment awareness, or present virtue. It is the deep understanding that the only thing you truly, concretely possess is this current instant. The past is a memory, a story you tell yourself. The future is a fantasy, a projection of your hopes and fears. But this breath, this sensation, this sight before you, this is real. This is where life is actually happening. The good news is that returning to the present is a skill that can be practiced anytime, anywhere. It requires no special equipment. Let's try it together right now. Wherever you are, just pause. Look at one ordinary object in your vicinity. It could be a pen, a coffee cup, a crack in the wall. Really see it. Notice its color, its texture, its shape. Don't label it. Just perceive it. Listen to the sounds around you, the hum of a computer, the distant sound of traffic, the rhythm of your own breathing. Just listen without judgment. Feel the physical sensations in your body. The weight of your body in your chair, the feel of your clothes on your skin, the air passing through your nostrils. That's it. In doing this, you have just performed a miraculous act. You have returned from the abstract world of thought to the tangible world of reality. You are back in actuality. Your mind, conditioned by eons of evolution to scan for threats, will continually attempt to pull you away. It will drag you back into reliving an old, painful memory, or catapult you into a future full of apprehension. This is normal. This is what the mind does. The practice, the Stoic discipline, is not to never wander, but to notice when you have wandered and to gently, patiently guide your attention back. Do this not with force or frustration, but with the calm, firm compassion of a parent leading a wandering child back to safety. You wouldn't scream at the child for getting distracted. You would simply take its hand and guide it back. Do the same with your mind. Each time you return your focus to your breath, to a physical sensation, to a single object in the room, you are driving a neurological stake into the ground of the present moment. Peace is not a state you find and stay in forever. It is built, moment by moment, through this persistent, gentle act of returning. Your attention is the gatekeeper to your inner peace, and the present moment is its only true home. Method 6, the author's pen. Rewrite the narrative you're continuously telling yourself. The sixth method moves from observation to active creation. Every persistent toxic thought, every recurring pattern of negativity originates from a story you have written and subsequently accepted as absolute truth. These are the foundational narratives of your personal identity. I'm not enough. I always mess things up. No one will ever truly understand me. I am fundamentally broken. These stories are often formed in childhood or through significant emotional events, and they operate like subconscious software running in the background and shaping your perception of every new experience. But the Stoics offer a liberating and empowering reminder: your story is not fixed. It is not carved in stone. It is chosen. You are not merely a character in a story written by your past or by other people. You are the author. You hold the pen. Epictetus pointed directly to this when he said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." It is not the event itself that causes your suffering. It is the meaning, the story, the interpretation you attach to that event. This is the heart of cognitive reframing, a concept the Stoics discovered 2,000 years before modern psychology. It is the practice of consciously challenging and altering the destructive stories you tell yourself. It requires you to become a detective of your own mind, to catch the negative narrative in the act, and to deliberately write a new, more empowering one. Let's take the common story. The old narrative is absolute and identity-based. I am a failure. The Stoic reframe is situational and growth-oriented. I did not achieve that particular outcome I wanted. This is disappointing. What can I learn from this experience? How can I grow? This is not a definition of me. It is an event that happened to me. Here are more examples of rewriting the narrative. Old story. I'm so behind in life compared to everyone else. New narrative. I am on my own unique timeline. I am building a life with intention, not racing against others. Old story. I'm too anxious to handle this situation. New narrative. I am feeling anxiety, which is a normal human emotion. Handled difficult situations before, and I can apply those skills now. Old story. I am broken because of my past trauma. New narrative. I have been wounded, and I am actively engaged in the process of healing and becoming whole on this. This is not about naive positive thinking or denying reality. It is about choosing the most empowering and accurate interpretation of reality. Perhaps you're not failing, you're gathering crucial wisdom. Perhaps you're not lagging behind, you're constructing something deep and meaningful at your own pace. Perhaps you're not damaged, you're evolving, shedding old skins to make way for the new. When you consciously and consistently change the story, the thoughts that flow from that story will inevitably change with it. You are reprogramming the software. You are taking the author's pen and writing a new chapter, one based on agency, learning, and strength, rather than victimhood, permanence, and fragility. Method 7. The sphere of control. Release what lies beyond your command. The seventh method addresses one of the primary wellsprings of human suffering, the exhausting, futile attempt to control what was never ours to control. So much of our mental and emotional energy is wasted on trying to manage the unmanageable. Other people's opinions of us, their emotional reactions, their life choices, past events that are done and gone, and specific outcomes we desire but cannot guarantee. This struggle against the inherent uncertainty of life is like trying to command the tides to stop, only leads to frustration, anger, and despair. The Stoics provided perhaps their most famous and practical tool for dealing with this, the dichotomy of control. They divided all of existence into two simple categories: things that are within our control and things that are not. Your own mind, your judgments, your values, your actions, your desires, and your aversions. These are within your control. Everything else, your body, your possessions, your reputation, your job, other people's thoughts and actions, is ultimately not within your control. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself of this. He wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." His wisdom directs us to focus our discipline and energy inward on the one thing we truly can command: our own character and our responses. Concentrate on performing your own actions with excellence and integrity, not on how others will react to them. Focus on putting in your sincere, best effort, not on attaching your happiness to a specific result you cannot dictate. When you truly internalize this and stop clutching at external outcomes so tightly, your mind undergoes a profound unburdening. It becomes lighter, freer, more resilient. Imagine carrying a heavy, overflowing backpack everywhere you go. Inside it, you are carrying other people's opinions, the mistakes of your past, and your anxieties about the future. The practice of the sphere of control is the act of opening that backpack, looking at each item, and asking, "Is this within my control?" If the answer is no, you consciously take it out and set it down on the side of the road. You walk on, unburdened. This release is not done for their benefit, but for your own mental tranquility. Forgiving someone is not about condoning their action, it's about releasing yourself from the prison of your own resentment. Letting go of a specific outcome is not about giving up. It's about accepting the reality of the situation and freeing up your energy to focus on what you can actually influence, your next move. This is the essence of Stoic freedom: to care deeply about your own moral purpose and to be indifferent to all that lies outside it. Method 8. The Architect's Blueprint. Construct a serene mind through daily rituals. The eighth and final method recognizes that a calm, focused, and resilient mind is not a matter of luck, genetics, or sporadic effort. It is not something you stumble upon. A serene mind is a structure, and like any sturdy structure, it must be designed and built deliberately. It is the result of consistent, daily practice. It is the work of the inner architect. Just a few dedicated minutes each day, invested in specific mental and physical rituals, can fundamentally reshape your inner landscape over time, creating a foundation of peace that can withstand life's inevitable storms. These rituals are not complicated or time-consuming. Their power lies in their consistency, not their duration. They are your daily mental hygiene, as essential as brushing your teeth. They become stabilizers, anchors that steady you when life's turbulence tries to pull you into emotional chaos. Your blueprint can include practices like the morning grounding. Before checking your phone, sit in stillness for 5 minutes. Feel your breath. Set an intention for the day. What virtue will you practice? What quality do you want to embody? The evening review. Inspired by Seneca, take 5 minutes before bed to review your day without harsh self-criticism. Ask yourself, what did I do well? Where could I have acted with more wisdom? What did I learn? Gratitude journaling. Write down 3 specific things you are grateful for. This isn't naive positivity. It's a powerful neural exercise that trains your brain to scan for what is good, what is working, what is beautiful. Mindful reading. Read a few paragraphs of Stoic philosophy or other wisdom literature. Let the ideas marinate. Underline passages that resonate. The pause practice. Several times a day, just stop. Take one deep, conscious breath. Reconnect with your body. return to the present moment. Peace isn't something you chase externally, like a butterfly you can never catch. It's something you build internally, brick by brick, ritual by ritual, gradually and quietly. These small, consistent actions send a powerful message to your subconscious. My inner world is my priority. They build the inner citadel. The Stoics spoke of a fortress of self that cannot be breached by external circumstances. Conclusion: the unshakable core. Toxic thoughts don't vanish suddenly or permanently. They are a part of the human condition, but they fade into insignificance the moment you stop accepting everything they claim as gospel truth. They weaken and lose their power the instant you cease granting them your attention and authority. They dissolve when you consistently, patiently return to the solid ground of the present moment. The path forward is encapsulated in a simple three-part mantra: breathe, notice, and consciously choose. Breathe to center yourself. Notice the thought or feeling without fusion. Choose your response based on wisdom, not reaction. Life, in its essence, will never be completely silent. The external world will always have its noise and its chaos. But your mind, your inner world, can find a profound and resilient stillness. And when your mind becomes calm, like the surface of a still lake, you can perceive with crystal clarity what was always present beneath the turbulent surface: the inherent strength, the enduring resilience, the profound and unshakable calm that has been waiting for you to discover it all along. This is your true nature, your unshakable core. If these words, this journey, has offered you even a glimpse of that clarity, a moment of that inner quiet, a reminder of who you fundamentally are beneath the noise, then I invite you to take the next step. Consider subscribing to Stoic Mindset Mastery. Do it not for me, but for the version of yourself that is striving, growing, and rising above the mental chaos, one conscious, deliberate thought at a time. This is a community dedicated to this practical work, and if this video added value to your day, provided you with a new tool or a new perspective, please like it. It genuinely helps our community grow and allows us to reach others who are on this same path. Thank you for your time and your attention. Go in peace and go with strength.